Main Road, about 30 minutes walk from the apartment. It was a cold, damp morning, only 18 degrees, with a high of that day only reaching 20. The evidence we've been able to collect, including the significant new intelligence, strongly supports that Jay is therefore most likely to be in or around the mountains. We suspect some distance from the last phone location drop. Even after extensive searching done by highly experienced personnel, the rugged and dangerous areas, it's just not possible to rule out that he isn't still there. We've still not found evidence of a third-party criminal involvement in Jay's disappearance, although we have opened up links with dangerous criminal underworld of drugs and associated crime. We have a number of outstanding actions that still require completing and remain open-minded with our investigation. I would like to appeal again for any parties involved in their own searches to share their data with us so we can compile an accurate map showing the areas that still need searching. Our thoughts remain with Jay's family and friends.
I mean,
I mean, where do you start with it? Okay,
let me ask you one question. Sorry for just because my sheer rage in my brain about this guy.
Go.
Can you name one new bit of information that he's provided you in any of that? Or can anybody, just to help me have some clarity on it, one bit of new information?
There ain't any.
Oh, I tell you what new bit of information. He's wearing glasses today.
He is. He looks very distinguished.
From it. All he's learned out is they're involved in a massive drug scandal of some sort or another. He's ended up mugging somebody.
No,
and they're never going to get to the bottom of it.
Yeah, that's not what was said in that message at all.
There was none of that was said.
Let's break it down, guys. Right? Okay, let's break it down from the beginning. So my first thought on it. So the first interview he said he left because he was scared. Then the second interview, he wasn't scared. He never mentioned about him being scared. And then this one, he's scared again.
Sally, come on.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So is he scared or is he not scared? Then you're saying he's on the mountains now, but last week you didn't think he was or 4 days ago you didn't think he was on the mountains. So what is it?
He's rocked up 4 weeks later and basically done a statement saying, "Oh, by the way, Jay's in the mountains." Thanks, dude.
Which is what we were all led to believe in the first place.
You are invited to this party. You can join in whenever you want.
Which is completely contradicts what they were the kind of lines they were on a couple of days ago, which was about the fact that he's possibly still alive. There's been some kind of information, which is what they were saying a couple of days ago, and then these idiots just come along and said, no, he's still in the mountains. I don't believe he's in the mountains whatsoever.
No, I mean, I don't know what to believe anymore. I'm confused.
Well, I think I would presume that the Spanish police don't think he's in the mountains either, considering they think he's still alive and they stopped the physical search in the ravine.
That's right.
So
yeah,
why is Mark Waffle now perpetuating that he's in the mountains again?
That's it. 2 days ago, when it's the Spanish police come out and said that they don't think he's unalive. They think he's missing, but
it's missing, not presumed unalive.
Yeah,
and now
Spanish grammar translated.
Yeah, I know that.
Sorry, I haven't been on TikTok not an awful long time, so I don't know really the reliability of sources. But have any of you saw the most recent video from Del Mac?
No, someone said about this earlier, but I can play it. I mean, let me go.
It's quite. I don't know what to think about it, to be honest, Laura.
There wasn't much to it. He's alluded to the fact, because I don't know the guy, but he's alluded to the fact that he's in touch with the Canarian Weekly and that there's going to be new information and updates coming out over the next coming days. That's what I got from it.
Okay, by Monday.
Is that his new one? Is that his new one that he's posted today, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, look.
Yeah, I've got it. Right, let me play it, guys, so we can...
No, has Ben been in since the...
No, he's not been in, but I've spoken to him. But I'm not going to talk about it because people get hate. So
you don't want to trigger off 79.
No, I'm not going there.
It's all right. You could talk about him. I know you don't want to, but he's gone for a call right now.
You say that again?
I said you could have talked about it because 79th has gone to take a call.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, but we won't bring him up. Not today.
No, not today. Right, I'm going to play it, guys. 1 second. Let me just start it from the beginning.
So, there is a big update coming about Jay Slater. I can't say anything. I've been asked not to, but it's coming, and it'll be over the weekend, or at the latest Monday. But I think it'll be over the weekend. Keep an eye on my page for updates, because it's coming from the horse's mouth. Pretty much, anyway. Not from these armchair detectives that seems to be a lot of at the moment. Trust me, as soon as I can release it, I will. And nearly forgot this bit. You go, yeah, but how can they prove you actually knew it? Because I'll show you the screenshots after it's been announced that I already have, and they're all dated. So yeah, update coming very soon. And anybody that follows me already knows I don't talk rubbish. Everything I say is straight across the line. No bull, no lies, no armchair detectives. So yeah, follow my account for more. So,
Really just
It's pretty scary.
Where is he?
There is a newer video.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, the one I saw, he's wearing like a white and black
Oh, right.
cardigan.
I'll play that one. This one.
Who is he,
Yes.
first of all?
He's Dale Mack. He lives over in Tenerife.
Oh, okay.
I'll play it, and then we
Big
can.
Mac.
Right, I'll play it, and then we can have a talk.
God, in this video, because I keep swearing and I can't swear. I'm trying to be good. If anybody would like to come and speak to me, just ask about, or message me on Facebook if you'd like to know where I live, and you can come and speak to me face to face. I've seen the comments on Facebook. I think they're quite funny actually. Claire's is a good one. I look like 2-inch penis.
On a cheeseburger.
I'm sorry, a tattooed 2-inch penis. If you don't like my content, go off it. The update that's going to be done is going to be done in conjunction with Canadian Weekly. I'm going to start doing content with them. So I know it's coming. And I put this up basically as to let you know there was actually some real stuff coming and not the armchair shit that seems to be getting put out by all these TikTokers. 5 attempts at recording this video because I keep swearing and I can't swear.
There we go. Can I suggest something? Like, does anyone actually think maybe they found him?
Well, he didn't look upset, that guy, and he was kind of laughing. If Jay was dead, TikTok,
Unalive.
don't make me unalived.
Yeah.
I don't think he would be laughing and looking like that in his video. He would look more.
I meant the
sinister.
first one he didn't though, did he? That I'm just putting it out there. The way that he's ever so, you know what I mean?
It's a little bit creepy, to be honest.
You are.
If he had the
It comes
news, why
across
won't you just break it? Why won't you just break it straight away?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because he can't announce it. He's saying until it's out there, and then he can talk about it.
It comes across a little bit creepy in my eyes.
But who is he though? He ain't no mafia boss. He don't look like he's he don't look like he's Pablo Escobar Bar's brother, does he?
He doesn't have to, does he?
He's just a man that lives in Tenerife who
Yeah.
I'm guessing people have been asking, hey, have you got any information? And he's just been giving the odd update.
And according to
all the
other
bar
comments-
workers, all the workers on the strip and that, they've been told not. If they've been stopped by any reporters, they've all been told not to engage with any reporters or talk about it, else they'll lose their jobs.
Allegedly, they've been told.
Allegedly, yeah.
I mean, like I said, I don't know how reliable he is. It's the first time I've seen him. But according to some of the comments and stuff on his videos, it just had me thinking. Thought I would bring it up.
Yeah. I mean, given he lives there, he's obviously going to know a hell of a lot more than us.
Yeah.
Surely the British police can't be over there yet, can they? Because I think they'd have done. I'd have thought they'd have done an update, a news update.
The British police won't go over. Basically, the Spanish police have said, yes, the British police can come over, but only to aid in searching, not to join the investigation.
not for the
Yeah, it's still
investigation, right.
it's still a Spanish investigation, and now they've come out and said they don't presume he's unalive, Interpol can't interject and be like, well, we're coming over to aid with the investigation into the unaliving.
Yeah, it's very, very. I just don't know. I don't know. Getting back to Mark's statement, Mark's statement.
Mark's waffle.
Yeah, Mark Waffle, and now saying about the intelligence that they've got about that they passed it on to the UK and Spanish police. So if they passed it on to the UK police, that would obviously be someone that's in the UK, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it's all got to be. The reason you don't want to say it is because it's got to do with violent crime, drugs, and guns. I think
Allegedly.
What's
allegedly.
TikTok language, Stewie?
Oh, sorry. What were we saying? Narcotics.
Yeah.
Because if it was information that they could have broke, they'd have said, well, we really need to speak to so and so again. But he didn't. He said that. What he'd found out, he'd made the British police aware, and he's made the Spanish police aware. So it's got to be with narcotics. I think that's the only thing that he's probably bottomed out on who it is, who's doing it, and what they're doing, and how they're operating. And if he's been brought into that circle, and that's the circle they need to be investigating now.
But then what is making him think he's still out on that mountain road? Do you know what I mean?
I almost think that they're getting really, really close to finding out what's actually happened. So until they're actually there, it's like they're giving us dribbles.
I feel like next week is going to be there's going to be a big update coming out for next week.
Yep, definitely, Steph. They're keeping us hanging on.
They've took 40 grand. They've given them 40 grand now, haven't they? They've had 40 grand out of it now, haven't they?
Well, no one's announced the amount that they've had out of it.
I thought they said yesterday that they'd asked to retrieve 38,000 someone.
Well, no, I wouldn't listen to what someone says.
I'm watching YouTube.
Oh yeah, no,
YouTube videos.
They wouldn't announce it. Do you know what I mean?
Even if they have took some of the money out, we won't know until the proof is in the pudding. I.e., if they've took money out to fund their own search and rescue team, and in the coming days we see a search and rescue team on the mountains, then plausible that they have removed some of that money.
And as well, the GoFundMe stays or whatever is it anyway. They don't see that. They don't take that off the minus comes off it, does it? That'll just stay the same total.
Yeah.
Who actually made that GoFundMe fund thing?
It was Lucy.
Yeah, I reckon she's got something to do with it. I do.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Her mum must be the beneficiary of it, though.
Yeah, the mum. Yeah, the mum's beneficiary.
Yeah.
And she made it up not long after we went missing.
I reckon that Jay.
It was literally a day, wasn't it?
Yeah, not even that, I don't think.
No.
I reckon Jay sold what he needed to sell.
Mm-hmm.
This is my theory, anyway. I reckon Jay sold what he needed to sell. She went back to him, got the money off him, and because we were off his head, he didn't know what day it was. She made out that he'd lost the bag, and then she's come back to the UK to get away from it all, and then blame Jay.
Possibly.
And then they've gone after him.
But don't forget, it was only last week or earlier this week that Mark Waffle was saying that he had stolen a watch and all of this, and
Yeah, but is that definite?
Well, that's what his friends had told Mark, wasn't it? That he was gloating about it in the video.
Because I reckon that he'd go on that boat. I do.
The boat's been debunked.
Yeah, the boat's been. They've spoken to the owners of the boat.
Oh, are they? Oh, that's it then. So how does a person go missing like this? Where do you know what I mean? Where can he go? He can't go anywhere with a 1% battery. I mean, I certainly wouldn't walk off with a 1% battery knowing that I've got like 10 miles to go. It's just not common sense, is it? It's obviously somewhere.
Yeah. Exactly, but that's the thing. Where is it? You know, one minute he's on the mountains, the next minute he's presumed alive somewhere else. Like it's
I
crazy.
found it interesting when it said that they'd interviewed everybody except an odd one or two that were still.
They're not going to tell you the full story, though, are they? To be fair, because it's a bit all over social media and that.
We all know that Mark Waffle is referencing to Brandon there because Brandon's mum has come out, hasn't she, and said he will not be making any statements to press or police.
That's strange as well, though.
Very strange. It's very strange since he's the missing link. We haven't heard a single word from Brandon.
I mean, if anything, you'd think his mum would want him to clear his name.
I think Brandon is speaking to the police. I think she said he's been to the police only and nowhere else and no one else.
Oh no, you're right. I'm sorry. That's correct. Yeah.
If he is found dead, they'll all be pulled in on conspiracy and perverting the course of King's justice.
The thing is, though, are they going to find him? I mean, they've looked everywhere, haven't they? Basically, where his phone were pinging. I mean, that phone pinging. I don't even think.
1 second, Ryan. Sorry, Ryan.
I don't even think he did that. I reckon Lucy did that.
Yeah, I think that was all at that B&B. I do.
Yeah, defo. Why did they go? Why did they go back to UK all of a sudden? I don't know.
Exactly. The next, I just want to hear from Scotty. Hi, Scotty.
Yeah, sorry.
Evening.
You all right?
Right.
Yep.
I joined literally just as you were starting to play that video of that last guy. You know.
Oh, what Dell? Yeah.
The first video. It's just the thing that stuck out to me in that video is where he said you'll be hearing it from the horse's mouth, right?
Yeah.
So who is the horse in his mind or in everybody else's mind in this whole thing? Who is the horse?
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
But and he's saying he can't. There's an update coming, and he can't say it until it's out. Out there.
Why make a video saying there's an update coming if he can't do it?
But is the horse Jay, or is the horse lead investigator, or is the horse police? So he's talking about you'll be getting confirmation from the horse's mouth, meaning the highest sort of priority in the investigation.
Most source kind of thing.
He said that his proof was going to be via screenshot, so I think we could maybe take the police out of that because I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think they're on the
It's
phone.
not all about police, is it?
No, I think it's maybe a family member or someone close like that, maybe a friend.
I mean, has he been?
That to me is not the horse. To me, the horse is either Jay himself or whoever.
I would have said Lucy, to be quite honest.
Yeah, or whoever is in the.
Yeah, this guy is. You said the underworld in Tenerife control the police, meaning the mafia. And I think that's true. I do.
Well, I
agree with that.
Happens, isn't it? So.
Yeah, it's an announcement of an announcement. It's just ridiculous, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
But who is that guy?
I have no idea.
I honestly don't know either. I've just stumbled across this video.
I mean, I caught a glimpse of a news clipping of him, but I didn't read anything about him. But for me, I mean, if you live over there in that kind of thing and you're talking the way he does, that is not somebody that functions as a normal retiring adult.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
That's somebody who's very much in the know.
Yeah.
Especially to put himself out there like that.
It's like we're going to have to start doing hashtag who's the horse.
Definitely.
So how many on you? How many on you on here think that Lucy's got something to do with it?
Oh, 100%. I do feel.
If not something to do with it, then she knows more.
Yeah. She's at the centre of it all. Every little thing, she's at the centre of. You know, the last phone call, the GoFundMe, the posters, that she knew this IU. Do you know what I mean? Everything she.
What about them two lads? Have they out at picture now? Then within that B&B with him.
Well, he's over in Ibiza or Lanzarote or wherever he is, enjoying life and posting up TikToks. He was with a girl in one of his on one of his Instagram stories the other day, laying on the bed, like he's getting on with life.
Yeah.
He's like Ayed.
Yeah, Ayed is on his Instagram.
So who was that guy in the photo with Lucy in a bar? Like sat down with on last.
We don't know if that's Lucy.
That isn't confirmed that that's Lucy because it was only the back of her, but that is Ayub, who was one of the guys from the B&B. The other guy has not been named officially. Even though there's a name going around, it hasn't been named officially yet.
Why have they been named then?
Lucy definitely knows something, because I read yesterday that, well, not read, I listened to something yesterday where somebody apparently knew Lucy but didn't know Jay, but she knew that Lucy was friends with, what's his name again? Abu.
Yeah.
Right, so she was friends with him, and she introduced him to Jay.
Yeah.
So it wasn't a case of like they didn't know each other beforehand. According to them, they said that no, Jay, Lucy knew this guy. They were friends on social media.
Yeah.
And that's why they all went over there.
Lucy is definitely an integral part of this investigation. She definitely knows more.
I don't think they've questioned her enough, I don't.
I'll tell you one thing, Rich. For her age, she spoke very intelligently.
Yeah, but she's also a big drug dealer, isn't she?
Yeah, but for somebody like her to come out with a phrase like efficiency in speaking and things like this, 19, was she 19?
Yeah, but if you're an actor, then...
Exactly. I was just about to say that.
That's what I'm saying. How many 19-year-olds do you know that use the phrase efficiency when it comes to conversation?
Well, she's going to into it to make her sound look properly.
Yeah. I'm sorry, we're all focusing on Lucy, but do you really not think that Brandon is the key here?
Which one's Brandon?
The other mate that was out there, who nobody's heard of, lives in Tenerife but has been sent to the UK and is now in the UK. Or wherever he is.
I didn't realise he lived over there, actually. Thank you for that information. But yes, I think he is integral to the whole investigation as well. I think the two of them.
Can I just say a point as well? There's been a couple of people even in the comments saying, this time next week he'll be out for hiding and things like that. Now, if he has stole a watch, and if it's from someone that he maybe shouldn't have crossed, how is coming out for hiding going to help that situation?
Exactly, he's still going to have the watch on him, isn't he?
Or even if he hasn't, though, they're still going to want to make him pay for it, surely.
Yeah, so they're going to go after him, aren't they? So he's going to be the same predicament.
I think that the watch will have been taken off him when he came outside the club, which is where I think he was taken from, to be honest. But
I don't think he took a watch, I don't. Because if you're taking a watch off somebody, they're going to know, aren't they?
Well, not if they're drunk or high. They might not realise for a while.
But he was absolutely off his head. He wanted no fit state to nick a watch off somebody.
Unless he stole the watch at the B&B and it's not been on the person's arm.
Yeah, could have been.
That certainly would have been a reason to knock him off. You know what I mean?
Say that again, Scotty.
I said if he'd have stole a watch from the bed and breakfast, then that definitely would have been a reason to knock him off.
Yeah.
What belonged to, doesn't it? I mean, if the watch was belonging to somebody from the underworld, they might think, right, we'll make an example of them and, knock them off.
Yeah, true. Hi, Violence. Are you all right?
They're very violent over there, apparently, though, aren't they? But that's
Hi, Violence. Sorry, I just want to hear from Violence. Hi, what do you make of Mark's statement that he gave out today and all the updates that we've heard today?
I just think that Lucy May's got a lot to do with it, or whatever her name is, Molly May.
Oh, Lucy May, yeah.
Yeah, I listen. They've gone over there now. They've gone over there knowing what she, because that's her job over there, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm going to say that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, See, they keep saying why we're talking about Lucy and that, because she's a big part of it.
No, I didn't mean that. I just meant like everybody's pointing the finger at Lucy, but why is nobody questioning where the hell Brandon has been? And
I don't know who Brandon is. Sorry, it was Brandon. Just
he was the other friend that was out there with Jay.
I didn't know that. I only thought she was Lucy.
That's the point, isn't it?
Is that him on that video?
He was the one in the orange t-shirt.
Right. See, I didn't know that.
That's the point. No one's hearing anything about him, but yet he was involved just as much.
He's going to be involved just as much then, isn't he?
That's it.
I didn't think
But
about
nobody's heard his statement. Nobody.
I didn't
And
think
now,
about him.
I'm sorry.
He's got to be the missing link.
Yeah.
I didn't think about him until Steph mentioned it. Actually, it
Exactly.
didn't occur to me that he was, you know, a missing link in all of this. Yeah.
And I didn't know
This is
that
what I
he
mean.
went over there
We've
with
all-
him. So
Yeah, we've all spoke, like, no offence, but we've spoke about Lucy to death, and now it's like, okay, we know there's something dodgy with Lucy.
Yeah.
All her inconsistencies, all the misinformation, but what is going on? Why hasn't he done a statement? You know, even Brad, yeah, okay, it took him a few weeks, but he came out, did that interview, not a single word from Brandon.
that's what I mean. He's been low key, hasn't he? So
And
if he's
I've heard that his
Yeah.
mum gave a statement. Brandon's mum gave a statement to say that he's not going to talk to the investigator or the Spanish police, but if the British police want to speak to him, then he will. But basically, yeah, no I can't even say the word, jurisdiction and stuff like that. So he's remaining silent.
Do you think he's scared to talk to the Spanish police? You know,
Well, he lives out there. He lives out there, so I think he's more scared about his, you know, because obviously we know that he's quite involved in that trade as well over there.
Right,
It's
so
not-
does he lives over there then, does
He
he?
lives over there. He works over there, so you know all the others can come back to the UK.
And a lot of people were saying, why did he come back early if he lives over there? But some people were saying he did come back to go to a wedding or something. But
Well, yeah, I mean,
he
supposedly
came back
he's still in the UK. So why has he not gone
Yeah,
back out?
he's not
no, guys, he's not in the UK now. He's back out abroad.
Oh, is he?
They
Oh, I
all
didn't
come
know
back
that.
to UK at Pacific time, didn't they?
No, they well,
They shouldn't be allowed back.
Lucy came over.
Nobody should have been allowed back.
Lucy came.
Right, one of the theories that I heard that come out straight away was that Jay nicked a Rolex or some rugs or whatever it was from some people that was out there, that lived out there, and the people that lived out there got Ayab and his mate Rocky or whoever he's called to come out there to befriend them, and then that's when they come back to the Airbnb and things turned sour, and that's why he left, and that's why he was seen basically walking from the Airbnb pretty quick. Something went on there. They befriended him to go back and speak to him or whatever. And when they got back there, things turned sour, and he left pretty quick.
Can I hear from Deb? Hi, Debs.
Hi, you right?
Yeah, you?
Yeah, not bad, thank you.
Good. What do you make of today's updates?
Oh, I've never known someone to talk for so long without actually saying anything.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
It's not told us anything we don't already know. In fact, he's like a week behind us, isn't he?
Yeah, well,
We've been saying for
we knew about the watch before he told us about the watch, didn't he? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And he's meant to be this really good investigator.
Well, exactly that. Guys, can I get everyone?
You need to get them all on lie detectors.
Could everyone?
Well, there is that.
I'd appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, I'm even more confused than I was 4 days ago, and that don't take a lot because I don't know.
For a missing person, you just don't give up, do you?
No, you don't.
And them Spanish have just gave up after 2 weeks or whatever it was. You don't give up on a missing person.
No, exactly.
I don't think they've gave up. I think they've ended the physical searching, but there was the parallel investigation going on in the background, and I think they've moved more onto the investigative side rather than the physical search. Now, to me, and this is my assumption, I tend to believe that means the Spanish police do not believe he is in those mountains. Otherwise, why end the physical search?
I don't think anybody believes he was in those mountains, to be
Yeah,
fair.
you're right there.
I must admit.
I don't believe it either.
No, I'm
No,
still.
to be honest, there's no actual proper evidence of him going back to the Airbnb, is there? There's no CCTV. Yeah, you've got like a woman who owned a shop next door saying he was, but is that all hearsay sort of thing? There's no actual proper
there's a photo
evidence.
though, isn't there?
Well, yeah, can you see his face in it? No, you can't.
No. But they were given a towel or something, wasn't it, when they went back there?
Yeah.
They got told they were going for a party. Now, if you're getting told you're going for a party, you won't go back there and then leave, would you?
That's something I picked up on. I was re-watching Mark Waffle's videos, and in his first update, he said Jay went back there to carry the party on.
Yeah, yeah.
So then why did, in his second statement, Abe say, oh, he came back, my friend went straight to sleep, and I offered him, I offered him a towel and said he can take the sofa.
Yeah.
But in the first, what? Yeah,
I know what you're saying. I know, because apparently he meant to have had a shower there, wasn't he?
Well, I think it was offered, but obviously we don't know if he actually had a shower or not.
Yeah, but why put a towel on over your clothes?
No, I think are you talking about the flowery blanket?
Oh, is it a blanket?
Yeah, I think that's a blanket.
Oh.
Yeah, like a throw.
Yeah, like a throw.
But like Paul said, you don't see his face, do you? So you don't know, do you?
No.
Yeah, it's very.
But to me, if you had
Very
to
strange
mountains, you would have been seen by a lot of people who's walking and that. If nobody's come forward really to say that they'd seen him or what have you.
All the people that work out there would have been starting to walk through the mountains to work. Somebody would have seen him. I mean, I'm still sticking to my first assumption. I think he's at the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah, do you know what? I'm going to say that, but I didn't want to say it because of people being in here. But it's full of sea in it, so if somebody's going to do something, they're going to lob him in there, aren't they?
But that's my theory.
Yeah.
I know it's not nice to say, I didn't want to say that,
No,
but
it's not nice, but
Yeah,
he's got to start looking at that.
Can I just speak? It's like someone just said, and this is my point that I keep going back to. Only last week we were told that he left because he was scared. Why did he want to leave in the first place? Do you know what I mean? What happened there
That's what I was going back to when I was saying my story. Obviously, I couldn't remember everything, but I heard that when he went back there and he went out for a fag or whatever, when he came back in, he heard one of the two blokes from the Airbnb on the phone to supposedly who he nicked the watch off of or whatever went on with that, to say, yeah, we've got him here, like, come up, blah, 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 blah. And then when he come back in, Jay overheard him, and that's when he left on a bit of a, on his toes sort of thing. That's the story I've heard, but it's all hearsay.
But can I ask where
I don't know as much as you guys.
Where did you hear that from, Paul? Because I've not heard that at all.
That was from a TikTok guy called Nick Rose. He's got like over 200,000 followers.
So
it was one of his videos.
That's the guy that was in that official Jay Slater live tonight.
Yeah, he's got quite, he does good videos. I've watched him for a few days now. Yeah, he's got quite a few followers and that, does quite a few videos, and yeah, it did seem quite credible really from what people were saying before to when that sort of come out. He got
surely they would, but then that wouldn't corroborate with Brad's story, would it? That he was laughing and joking, and if he was scared, he'd have been
exactly.
in them mountains. Do you know what I mean? Because it wouldn't have taken. They had a car. Wouldn't have taken 2 minutes to jump in the car and go and find him if they were planning on doing that. So it don't make sense to me.
Well, not just that. They could have dropped him off, couldn't they?
Can I just interject? Can I just say to Mel B in the comments? She said, "Respect you all. You are so behind on what has been going on and what's happening." Mel, if you have extra information that we haven't already been made aware of, come forward, because we have going off the up-to-date information that we are being given day by day. So we're not behind. This is a discussion about possible theories and based on fact and evidence.
Yeah, feel free to request the box if you think you know more, Mel.
I'm going to drop for a bit anyway, Laura, and give other people a chance to come in.
Yeah, no problem, no problem.
Bye.
Fee, I'm going to drop you as well, Hunt. Thanks for coming
no
up.
problem.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
As for the sort of validity of his the photograph on the doorstep side of it, I think if it wasn't Jay, because there's a photo in that photo, you can see his hand holding the hand.
Yeah, I mean that doesn't prove it.
But if his mum would recognise that that's Jay's hand or not. If it wasn't Jay's hand, then she would have said something by now.
Yeah, true. But
Yeah, you're right.
But the only time she comments is when it's on the GoFundMe.
Yeah,
which is right at all.
Do you know what I mean? She hasn't given. She never told us about the fact that he'd stolen a watch. She never. So I don't think she would have told us anything, whether it was his hand or not. Do you know what I mean?
No, but the investigation.
What would that GoFundMe for? What was it really for?
To bring Jay home. That was what it was originally started for. Exactly.
Probably pick up a rescue.
Hello, Laura. Can I just have 2 minutes, please? Thank you.
Yeah, go on, Debs.
Yeah, just to say, I know there was a lot of people in here that were listening to the official, but she's definitely something to do with Lucy. Definitely. There was definitely someone whispering, telling her what to say when she was getting stuck. Also, she said she basically just jumped on just to say, definitely. I just want to tell everyone that is not a real video on the beach. That was nothing to do with it. And then lots of people left and everything else. And then she said I'd just like to say, the family say that was definitely Jay outside the church. Also, just 2 seconds, I'm friends with Dalboy. He seems really genuine. He's living over in Tenerife. He's friends with the papers, and he's got a young child, so he's laughing. And I think, personally, I hope it's right. I think Jay it's gonna be this weekend, and Jay's gonna be found.
But why is he saying? If you're friends with him, why is he saying you'll hear it from the horse's mouth that and I can't update until it comes out? Like it's.
I know that's the only thing about everybody. Everybody's saying they can't do it. They can do it. They might be in a little bit of trouble for doing it, but if they already know and it's going to help Jay.
But I'm saying Dale didn't. If Dale isn't meant to know, then that's a bit clickbait. His video, isn't it?
He's known a few things. He's asked questions when I've been on lives with him to his friends, and
yeah, but there's a difference in asking questions and knowing something.
Yeah, of course. And I didn't know until it was posted today that he does know something. And then I thought, with this video that went out now, which isn't official, something is brewing. That's what I believe. And something's brewing.
That Jay's Instagrams now. I know that people saying it's him being hacked. You can't just hack I can't just go onto my Instagram and put remembering my Instagram. What I mean, it doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
No, and definitely that girl was. I'm not saying she was. She's either a friend of Lucy's or a friend of the family. She was definitely one of them. She was only young and she didn't know what she was going to say. She thought Nick Rose was going to stick up for her, and he left the conversation because he couldn't put his name to it. So, thank you for letting me say that. I'll jump back down to somebody else now. I was just itching to say that.
No, you're welcome, Mel.
No, Debs.
I want to hear. I want to hear from. Hi, Mel. You all right?
Yeah. They've gone the whole, obviously when I said something about the respect to you all, because obviously you have been keeping everybody up to date. They have gone the total wrong way about it. That's why that investigator got involved. The only reason that it's come out that Jay got out of that Airbnb is because somebody knocked on the door and asked that Ayub, I can't say his name right, Ayub, to move his car. Now, nobody.
Sorry, Mel, can I interrupt you one thing? You said in the comments we're so far behind in what actually is going on.
Yeah, because they're all nobody sent it about that car.
Yeah.
That other man is not obviously said anything about it. There's also another picture, the centering around Brad and Lucy. There's also Brandon, obviously his mum. Lucy's father lives in Tenerife.
We know we've Mel. To be honest, we have discussed this, but that's the point.
You're about the white car, aren't you?
What we've heard
No,
about.
it was supposed
guys,
to be.
Can I just finish?
It was supposed to be a truck.
What we've heard from Mark today is what we heard from him in the first week, but then the second update was a completely different story to what we've heard today. The other day they thought he'd got away. Today he's in the mountains, but nothing was said about Ayub and the charger. Like we're back to square one with what Mark said today.
Yeah, they're just repeating themselves and repeating themselves and repeating themselves. They're not going over the whole thing. There's a picture that's come out as well.
He's like dangling the carrot, I think, that Mark.
Definitely.
Dribs and drabs. Keeps the
100%.
population,
They just want in on it.
involved.
Guys,
Still keeps the case going.
One at a time.
Yeah, can we talk
one
at a time, please?
There's also.
Go on, Mel.
Sorry, there's also a picture that I seen earlier on, and it said last picture of Jay being out with his friends. There was Lucy in the picture. There was Brad. There was Brandon. There's also another girl that has not been mentioned once throughout the whole of this.
How do you know this, though, Mel? Because
there's a picture that's come out. I'll try and find it today. It was on.
But that don't mean she was. You know, she wasn't. We don't know if she's involved in it.
What, the blonde girl who had the selfie?
Wouldn't he have asked her for her side of it? Do you get what I mean? If they were all on holiday together, then why is her name not being mentioned, but everybody else's name's being mentioned?
The thing is, they're on holiday. They could have pulled somebody.
No, it was his friends. It's all his friends. It said from these are his friends that he's come on holiday with.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's all like getting repeated, and then it goes back to square one again.
Into the mountains.
And then it goes to the mountains. We haven't searched all this area. Bring the army over, but then everyone's saying, "Oh, we've been told we're not allowed to say anything from the police." So it doesn't make no sense. Like they said, if they're getting the police involved and the police are not allowed to say anything, this whole investigation's a waste of time because nothing is ever going to come out.
No, well, it was only yesterday or the day before we were told by the Guardia Civil that they think he's missing and alive, not missing and in the mountains. But yet, then today, Mark comes out with he's in the mountains.
So why search the mountains if they're saying that he's alive?
Exactly.
And he's somewhere. Don't search the mountains if they're saying.
Search. He ain't
if he's not there, say the area where they think he's going to be.
Yeah,
well, he ain't going to be up there 3 weeks later, is he?
No, and there's not one spot of evidence. Now, if they had the dogs there, if they had any sort of scent, they'd have picked up on, but they've not found one thing apart from these sunglasses that they can't even say that they are his.
One of the things that confuses me about the dogs is the fact that the dogs wasn't given anything of Jay's.
To smell like a scent to go off.
You know, you would have thought that somebody would have got something from back in the hotel that belonged to Jay, and that's what you do. You set the scent in the dog.
Yeah, of course you do. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. And they never did that, so the dog is probably
unaware.
So what? They're not tracking anything, are they?
Unless they're dogs that are looking for cadaver, which is obviously a dead body. But if he's not dead, then they're not going to find anything. So it's
I reckon that all the mountain stuff, it was just a decoy.
I don't get what this Mark's doing because he changes his story every 5 minutes.
Well, he didn't.
I think he is one big decoy.
Well, he didn't find Madeleine McCann, so what hope has he got to find in jail?
Yeah, I think it's a government shield to keep people distracted.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he comes up with something like, an update, but it's not no update, it's just something that's already been said.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Strange.
Exactly. have you had a chance to speak yet, Hannah? You all right?
Oh yeah, I'm good, thanks, babe. I'm a bit late to the live today, but yeah, I don't know what I've missed, what you guys have been talking about, but I think I've been saying for a while that they know he's alive and where he is, and I just feel like everything now is just confirming that.
Definitely. Did you watch Mark's update today, Ellie?
Yeah, I did, and like, yeah, I'm certain in my mind they definitely have him, or they know where he is now. Because
Can somebody put these straight on chat there, because everybody's going on about this boat, and what have you told?
The boat has been debunked. The owner of the boat's come out and. Go on, Steph. I'll let you take that one.
Yeah, the owner of the boat has come out with official documents showing that at the time that Jay went missing and was supposedly bundled onto the boat, he was at Anchorage. So the boat has been debunked. The owner of the boat has even offered to the police to have his boat searched. Yeah, it's just been debunked.
Because it's affecting their business as well, Steph, isn't it?
Yeah, it's affecting the owner's mental health. He runs, I believe the boat has something to do with charters of that. I don't know what he charters it for. But yeah, it's affecting his business, his mental health. He's been having lots of threats, disgusting comments made about him.
Well, didn't they follow that boat though? Didn't they? Wasn't the direction of that boat of going like in middle of the sea? They'd turn him round.
Well, I all I know is that there is official documents and they have been checked and it has been debunked.
Yeah, but there's been checked
I'm
by
not a boat
police
person.
up there.
Yeah, 79th, who he knows about his boats, said that it's a pretty normal thing, manoeuvre, what they did. And there was nothing like that he would say that was not normal about.
No, I'm not saying there is, but there's a difference between the Spanish police checking it and the English police checking it.
But the English won't check it because it's a Spanish investigation.
No, I know.
Yeah, so it's just that there are official documents, and at the time he was at Anchorage, so that's what his side of the story is. He said he's offered his help to the police. He's offered them to search his boat, and the police said, "Don't worry about it."
Yeah, no, I'm not disputing that. I'm just saying, like, there's a difference, isn't there? Because I don't think these police are doing the right job anyway, to be honest.
Well, no, I mean, when they get forensics sorry.
If it had something to do with the wind and the mooring, I remember someone just reminded us in the.
As I said, I'm not a boat person. If 79th was here, he could explain to the chat and articulate it a lot better than I could about the moorings and wind, and I'm just not a boat person. But he's disappeared, so you get my dulcet tones instead of his.
Hold on, there's somebody in comments saying Donna said she had to encourage Jay to go on holiday. Who's Donna?
That's his mum, I think. It's
Debbie.
Debbie, yeah.
It says here, Donna.
Well, I don't know who Donna is. I think they've
obviously typoed.
Well, I don't get, like, at the start when they turned around and said they couldn't get the UK police in because the Spanish wouldn't allow it, but then the Spanish had said, the Spanish police said they will allow them to come over, then all of a sudden there's nothing. It's just gone dry.
Allowed because it's a British citizen, isn't he? So they should be involved.
Yeah, exactly. But at the start, they said they couldn't. The UK police couldn't come over until Spanish obviously would give them permission. And at the start, they wouldn't. And then they said they would give them permission to come over. But now they're saying that they can't come over. So what is the issue for them not coming over?
They've gave permission for British police to aid with the search, not the investigation.
Why?
So why would we send, like, for instance, why would we send Lancashire police over into an environment that they are not trained to search, in terrain that they're not trained to search, and in weather conditions they're not trained to search in? It makes no sense. So that's why the British police haven't gone over. Now, if the Spanish police said, we will invite you into the investigation, then fair play. But they've only been invited to go and help search.
Why not detectives?
because it's a Spanish investigation.
Yeah, what Steph
we
said.
can't get involved, even though it's a British citizen. We can't get involved unless the Spanish police say, "Come on over and aid with the investigation."
Yeah, but you'd want to,
so
wouldn't
like
you?
once all of like Lucy and Brandon and Brad are all over back to the UK, then who takes over that? Do the UK police take over?
No, it don't work like that because
No.
the Spanish police, if they felt they were involved, they wouldn't have let them go. If they let them go, they can extradite them back to arrest them. But you can't. It's not like that. We can send old PC Plod over and say, right, crack the case.
Yeah, no, that's why I asked, because I didn't understand it. Like, if they go back, who takes over
It's the
that
same
part
as
of it?
if there was a Spanish man in the UK that got unalived, the Spanish police can't just turn up at London Metropolitan Police and go, right, we're here.
So does Spanish have to come over here to arrest her then? So say like
No, they would extradite them back to Spain.
Right. What? And
It's all documents that they would. You hear it with these celebrities and Julian Assange and all that, wouldn't it? It has to go to court and you have to get an extradition.
See, I didn't think once they get into UK, I thought the UK dealt with it.
No, it don't work like that. If they ask them to, yes.
The Spanish
police
fucking island hopping.
Yeah, they would contact the Spanish police and say, we believe, it's not like they could go and arrest them on suspicion, they would have to, it would have to come from the Spanish police first for them to arrest them and bring them back to Spain.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, they would have to send any documents and proof of the investigation to the UK police. And then the UK police then can send, obviously collect the people and send them over.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, did the UK police go and arrest them to bring them back over? Ray? That's what I didn't know. That's why I asked the question.
Yeah, but they can only do it after they've read the proof of the investigation from the Spanish police.
Right.
What was the British police involved in Maddie's case?
Yeah, because they were brought in when the Spanish police didn't have a clue what they were doing. Then they brought the English police in to do their own, their own investigation. But that was only because they'd tried, and that weren't straight away. That was a few weeks after she'd gone missing that they brought the British police in. We're not saying it won't happen, but at the moment they haven't brought the British police over.
Kind of worrying though, because didn't somebody say earlier on that money have already been spent? Quite a lot of the money have been spent.
You what? Sorry?
Didn't somebody mention earlier on that quite a lot of the money have been spent?
No one knows how much money's spent. I think it's all speculative. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Have they actually had the money out though, or?
Yeah, is that GoFundMe still increasing?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah. I got told that do you know that girlfriend of that Jay's?
Yeah.
She's not with him anymore, is she? But apparently she was getting paid out of that GoFundMe page to go out there.
I think.
Why does she need to go out there?
Yeah, but we don't know if that's true or just. Do you know what I mean? I think that.
I watched it on one of these on TikTok over day.
Yeah, but.
I mean, it's real.
No, I know.
There was 4 friends that went out there, weren't there? And everyone was sort of, 3 of them had like boots on and stuff like that, and one girl was in sort of sliders, and they were like, "Well, how are you going to help going searching in the mountains wearing sliders?" sort of thing. Exactly. That was like a week or 2 after he first went missing. So I don't know if one of them was his next.
There's another lad though who's been interviewed and all.
He wasn't missing.
Who's he?
Daniela. Sorry guys, is it all right to drop a couple of you have been in here a little while?
I'll drop out.
Okay.
You can drop me out if you want.
Drop me out, please.
I don't mind dropping.
Right, hold on, guys. You're all talking at once. I don't know whose box is saying please. I'm going to drop the next in as well.
Oh, thanks.
Sorry, guys. I'm trying to.
All right, no probs.
No worries. Bear with me, guys. We've got a few people waiting. Danielle, do you want to request a box?
Yeah, that's for the people who are going over there. It's their choice, I suppose. They can do whatever they want to. But yeah, I mean, if you're not going to turn up, if you've got people like the Guardia Civil, are fit as shit. Like they're basically military people.
Yeah.
And they're struggling. A bunch of unfit fucking UK family members are not really going to do much, are they?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is what's making me think they must know where he
Laura,
is. because
sorry.
Sorry.
Ellie, I need to put in. There's a new update on the Daily Record.
What is the update?
The family
the
family is staying in Tenerife. They're going to purchase a property out there. They're staying there indefinitely.
I'm on there now and I cannot see this report at all.
Is that what page? Where did you see that on your last?
Was that GoFundMe deposit money for a nice villa?
Yeah.
It's supposed to be on the Daily Record, Laura.
Yeah, on the Daily Record.
I mean, I've just typed it into Google and there's absolutely nothing, but I can't imagine.
Mark Waffle was on there.
Mark Waffle was on where?
On the picture. I've just seen it.
Yeah, I can't see it.
The update is that.
Here's a link, Steph, in the comments. I don't know if you can catch that. Craig, can you post that again?
Okay, hold on. Daily Record. I'll have a look at it. I'm just going to mute.
All right, hon, thank you.
I can't help but wonder if Brad went back to that villa too.
Yeah, I think they all went back as last night.
I think they all went back.
And I wonder if that woman who was the witness, because one teenage lad can look very similar to another teenage lad.
How do we copy this link?
Whether it was Brad that she see in the morning who asked the bus timetable, how do we absolutely know it was Joe?
The only thing is that Jay and Brad had that conversation, the FaceTime in the morning, right?
Wow.
And there's actually proof of that, so I don't really know. I mean,
Is there? But can they see proof of that the two phones had a FaceTime?
Well, I mean, we haven't seen any physical screenshots of the phone and whatever, but the police investigators have searched Brad's phone, and they obviously that's what they've said. They had this FaceTime at this particular time. I think it was 8:50. I think it was.
I believe that they're going to. If they, I just can't believe they're going to purchase a property. That just shows that they know he's a lot. Like that, I can't imagine it.
Purchasing a property. Sorry.
Apparently, that's what we just.
Okay, I've found the article.
Go on there. We can read it out for her.
It says the hook line is Jay Slater's family is still in Tenerife searching for the missing teen and are now looking for a new permanent home for their search. A team including Jay's dad and brother has continued looking for him. Just scrolling down. Family of missing Jay Slater are set to move to a new base as the search continues for the 19-year-old missing son in Tenerife. Spanish police called off the search for the Lancashire teen after 2 weeks, but Jay's family have kept looking in the mountainous region close to where Jay was last seen and where his phone last pinged. Jay's family, including Dad and Zach, are now seeking a more permanent base in the Spanish island after staying in the hotel for weeks. Jay's parents have no intention of leaving Tenerife until they know what's happened to their son, a family source said. They continued that the Slater family is going through hell and believe being I'm guessing that says based, although it says vased, in Tenerife will help continue their ongoing efforts. The family's biggest fear is said to be Jay becoming another missing person statistic. According to the UK charity Missing People, blah, 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 yeah, okay. That's why they are looking to find somewhere they can be based in the long term to coordinate the search and to work from. The family plan to stay on the island indefinitely and have not given up hope on Jay. The police said this week that Jay is not confirmed as missed, feared, unalived, and that there are a number of lines of inquiry open. Former detective Mark Waffle has joined the search for Jay and said in an updated post to X that new intelligence has been passed to the police. We've still not found evidence of a third-party criminal involvement in Jay's disappearance, although we have opened up links with dangerous criminal underworld of drugs and associated crime. He added, we have a number of outstanding actions that still require completing and remain open-minded with our investigation. Mr. Williams also said the information provides some clarity as to why he may have left in a hurry and did not want to return to the rental even though his phone. Jay vanished. I'm just trying to cut through it to see if this information about a property.
It turned on him when the Airbnb door was closed. That's
To me,
what I reckon.
that does not say that they're purchasing a property at all. It says that they're going to find, rather than paying out in a hotel, they probably might rent somewhere for a couple of months, a month, or whatever.
like self catering.
It doesn't state anywhere that they have been spotted at a property. You know, that they've been spotted hunting for houses.
Yeah, but that's not purchasing a blooming property, is it? Come on.
No, that's what I mean. They haven't been.
That's what I'm
seen.
saying. Yeah.
It's silly.
Exactly.
Didn't it just say that they were searching for permanent residents?
Yeah, but it could be a rental or self catering.
Let me look back.
Cover that anyway.
What it says about them directing the search, they're not directing, telling people what to do. I don't know why they say that, really.
How can they direct when they haven't even searched for him themselves?
Exactly. It says something in that article about directing or
Right,
whatever.
I'll just read out this bit again. I won't read out the rest of it because it's all to do with Mark Williams' statement. The family of missing Jay Slater are set to move to a new base as the search continues for the 19-year-old missing son. Spanish police called off the search. They are seeking a more permanent base in the Spanish island after staying in a hotel for weeks. Jay's parents have no intention of leaving Tenerife until they know what's happened to their son.
Yeah, so they want to rent or buy.
Yeah, they could just be renting, to be fair, but still could be renting on the completely wrong island.
Yeah, what did it say? Did it say coordinating the search or directing the search? It said something along them lines, didn't it?
It's nice to know the GoFundMe is going on somebody's rental mortgage rather than the actual
Right. Yeah. I mean, for that much, you could probably pick up a little fucking farmhouse.
Yeah.
Converted to euros.
Well, 79, sorry, Scotty, I wanted to just ask 79, right? Which, we were talking about the boat just a minute ago, and, you know, we know you're quite boaty, and none of us are. Can you explain about that manoeuvring and the wind and all that, why it would have took that route, you know, where it looks like it circles back on itself?
Okay, so on that specific day, at that specific time, there was a northeasterly wind. Now, you've got the headland, which is the northwesterly part of that island, which are kind of protected by the wind as it spills over the mountains. It's only as you kind of enter out of that sort of safety, it starts to amplify that wind. Now, when you are raising or lowering the sails, because the wind spills into the sails, you need to line them like a blade. You need to align them into the wind, facing the wind, to raise or lower them. Otherwise, you're raising them under tension, and the boat will spin round. They will get caught in the runners. It's near on impossible to do it unless you're facing into the wind. So the manoeuvre that you're doing is rotating the boat until you face the wind, and you have to pull a manoeuvre of like a 360 or 180 or whatever, depending wherever the wind is, you turn into it. Additionally, if you are bringing down the sails, you have to do the same thing because the wind is filled into the sails, and if it's coming from the port or starboard side, the wind will push the sails, and if you're trying to drop or lower them, it's near on impossible to do. So they would have to turn into it. Now, with the wind coming from the northeast, as they pull out there, you're either going to go, well, okay, say you've got 5 knots of wind, you go out under engine from your anchorage. It doesn't seem like a lot, so you don't have your sails up. So you think, that's fine. But if the wind increases and you haven't got a reef in, now a reef is having your sails set at like degrees of how full they are. So like a third reef is only like a small percentage of material out, second is more, first is a little more, and then no reef is when the sail is at full extension. So maybe they'd gone out and the wind was stronger than they had anticipated, and they didn't have a reef in, so they pulled it down or rotated into the wind to put a reef in. Maybe the wind was too strong and they brought it down. Maybe the wind was weak and they pulled it up. But either way, where the wind was coming from at that time and doing that manoeuvre would equate to them setting their sails in some way or another.
Well said.
Sorry if I over-explained that.
No, it's the kind of details I like. Make me wet.
But yeah, the probability of, I mean, obviously there are people in here that know that the owner has been spoken to, that there are receipts for the marina, the manoeuvres that were taken are very in keeping with both the wind and setting your sails or changing sails.
Hi Laura, quick question. Does anyone know what the new update might be about Jay Slater? Like, because I know there's a new update coming out.
Clive, are you joking?
Right, guys, I'm going to jump down and let someone else get in the box, but I just want to shout out to my daughter Elsie and her mate Gracie. Cheers, bye-bye, nice talking to you.
Thanks, Paul. Have a good evening.
Hi, 79.
Go on, send it.
Hi, 79. You there?
Yes.
Right. You said last night you'd be interested to know who owned the Airbnb. I went on to the registradors, and I could get the full details for €9. But they wanted,
fantastic.
No, but the problem was they wanted my NIE number. And
you
didn't really want to do that.
No, but I know in Italy you can auto generate one and just put it in. That you can fabricate one. It's like a temporary one that you can just create with an online generator.
Right. Well, I wasn't sure how to do that, so I didn't do that.
If you ping me the details of that, and then I can.
Okay, then. I just don't want to cause myself problems.
No, for sure.
Did anyone see the video circulating today? It looks like Jay with his dad at the rave.
Yeah, that was.
No,
come on, I don't believe
him.
that.
I don't think it's him at all.
I mean, his dad does rock a Kangol hat, though, doesn't he? He looks like that kind of guy that could pop some shapes.
Jay had the hat on.
No, I'm joking. It's improbable.
Yeah, I think so too. I've got Brandon's photo of where he was last weekend. It looks like he's got 2 Facebook pages. Is he originally from Scotland?
I can't comment on that.
Who's from Scotland, Snittles?
Sorry?
Who are you asking who's from Scotland?
I was asking if Brandon was from Scotland originally. And a very dubious photo from last year that looks like the one that AAP put out with them all in the mask. Also, next month is hunting season starting up over there. So there will be hundreds of dogs over that mountain.
Yeah.
So if they're going to find anything, they will find him, I'm sure.
For sure. That's a fair point.
I hope so.
Yeah, I mean that's some solid information that hunting season, because you are right that if that's the case, then if there is anything that needs finding by a dog, it'll get found up there.
There'll be hundreds of them all over the mountain. Yeah. When the GoFundMe was first put up, I can't remember if it was Rachel or Debbie said Lucy put it up because she has experience of it.
I mean, yeah, it has been said that she has done one before, but I believe that's been dispelled as a different Lucy.
Yes, it has. If you go on to Ryan's, like his story, even though he's not really told anyone where he's been, it was a completely different Lucy, but everyone jumped on it that it was the same Lucy, but it wasn't.
No, it was just a comment that she had experience. As for them staying there, renting somewhere, whatever, are you saying that his father already lives there?
No, his father lives in the UK.
Right.
But her mother did indicate she'd been out there before and had worked out there before.
He had worked over there.
Unless they get an exemption for some reason, they cannot stop beyond 90 days.
No, but you can get if you are applying for residency in Spain, you can get like a stay, can't you? What's it called?
A visa.
No, it's something called
No,
the P that you get from the local council in Spain. It'll come to me. But yeah, if you get it stamped, you have to go to the police and then go to the local council. They will stamp it, and it gives you a stay while you apply for residency. So while you're having paperwork filed and go through the bank. And say what?
Documento.
Say one more time.
Go to the town hall and they give you a paper, a padron.
That's it. Thank you.
But they have to prove an income every month if they've applied for residency, and also set up a Spanish bank account.
Yes, of course. But a solicitor will do that for a small fee. I mean, as Brexit was being rolled out in, I think it was, what was it? Around COVID time, wasn't it? April 2020. There were lots of expats that were being forced to do this, and there's a lot of people very well versed in doing these things in Spain, because a lot of expats needed to do it. So,
it remains to be seen if that's what they're doing, but
it's not impossible. It's
I know
not,
that.
And we're not with 50k in the bank.
Well, this is what I'm saying. Is this where the GoFundMe is going to?
Maybe.
Anyway, all right. I'll drop down.
All right, Snitters. I hope I've addressed some of your things.
Yeah.
Last question.
Yeah, go on, sorry.
I mentioned earlier on about the dogs, and why wasn't they given any belongings of Jay to pick up on a scent?
I can't comment on that. Lucy did allude to that, didn't she? She said they haven't been given a scent. They need a scent. They need to be searching a wider area.
Unless they're pure trained cadaver dogs, or cadaver dogs. Sorry.
It seems odd. Yeah. I mean, I can't comment on the Guardia Civil SOP. You know, I have no idea what their standard operating procedure is.
Yeah.
Just because someone asked a question some time ago, I believe it was somebody called Casey. They were asking about the transmitter. So I don't specifically remember the question. It was something about why would it be turned off, or can it be turned off? Now, most AIS transmitters, there is something called silent mode, which either can be turned off with a switch. It's just a break in a connection, like a light switch. You just cut a certain connection, and it switches it onto silent mode, which stops it transmitting. A lot of them have this feature included. A lot of them have a certain wire that you wire in as a cable to a switch, which switches it onto silent mode. Some can be done remotely. Some can be done through an app, whatever. But the only reason you would turn it off into silent mode is if you've gone into, say, a marina or whatever, or you're not going to turn it off after leaving somewhere because you want other people to see you.
This is to do with the signals on the boat, is it? Yeah.
Yes, the AIS. The thing is, the reason why it hadn't picked it up is because of how marine traffic receives the information. Some are by satellite and some are by terrestrial, and I believe you need a subscription to see a lot of the satellite information. So as a normal user, you're not going to get updated or even satellite information via AIS. And I could send you 1,000 boats that haven't been seen for 3 days, and it's not because they've turned their transmitter off. It's because how marine traffic, vessel finder, and all of the terrestrial AIS picks it up. It's more designed. AIS is more designed ship to ship, and it transmits by VHF and receives by GPS. And it's letting you know where your vessel is so you don't collide with something, because it will give you collision alarms, time to collision, how to avoid, what their vector is, which means direction that they're heading, what speed they're going, how many knots, the name of the vessel, what their MMSI number is. But yeah, marine traffic is inconsistent and unreliable about maintaining a location.
A lot like the air traffic app I've got on my phone, where I can see what planes are flying over. It only shows a small percentage of the plane.
Right. I would assume that air traffic is probably a lot more reliable than what do you call it? Marine traffic.
Yeah.
But there has been navigational warnings in a lot of Spain and Italy. Now, I believe navigational warnings cover Spain and it includes Italy and a lot of the Mediterranean. They kind of just blanket a lot of that. But there have been navigational warnings relating to, what's the word? Military activity, running practices and tests and whatever else for the Navy. And they warned of GPS instability, so you're going to get a lot of interference, drops in GPS activity. So I have personally noticed in the past 2 to 3 months an incredible drop in the amount of data that marine traffic has provided. So it may be that.
Can I just say something to True Blue? It is never going to happen. I would rather throw up in my hands and clap rather than have that in here. Thank you very much. Sorry, carry on.
That's the end of it. I've done my boring speech on AIS for the millionth time.
No, it's good. I appreciate that.
She draws. What did you say?
There is just some really weird stuff going on in the lives tonight. I just landed in someone's live, and there was a lady kind of like pouring her heart out over some really, really confidential stuff. Bless her. I felt for her. And it was obviously a live where they don't ever usually have many people in. It's just a group of friends talking. And because this lady was going off on somebody else, it obviously brought in like loads of viewers. And one of her mods was saying, "You lot are all nosy, you've just come in here to get the drama, rah-de-rah-rah-rah." But in the next sentence, she was saying, "Tap the screen, guys, and please follow the host." So when I said to her, "Well, if you don't want all these people in here watching and being nosy, as you say, for listening to this lady's confidential information, then why are you in the next breath asking everyone to follow?" And it's just the most bizarre thing I've ever seen in my life.
Right. Surprised by the internet.
Yeah.
I just don't get
Why
it.
are you surprised?
It's just madness.
Sorry.
Sorry, I was hide tonight because he's special.
There's a few people in the comments saying, could it be a stolen boat?
Not likely.
Could it be illegal boats? Okay, so the same gist. A lot of boats will have AIS on them, Coast Guard and La Guardia Civil. I mean, a lot of the Guardia Civil run the coasts. They're so used to it, across from Morocco into La Linea, Gibraltar and things like that. You're going to ping up on radar, even if you've got AIS. Now, even fishing boats that have run dual AIS to kind of try and trick La Guardia Civil and whatever, who are running like pounds and pounds and pounds of party products, like drugs, across into La Linea, have been picked up because the Coast Guard or the La Guardia Civil, who are at sea, are so on their shit. If it is a stolen or illegal boat, it would be relatively easy to pick them up.
As far as I could see anyway, it was only just a short tourism boat. It wasn't a boat that really went huge distances.
But then again, you've got to think how much diesels or petrol or whatever is going to run to get to. Someone said the UK. They're going to need to stop and refill.
Yeah.
From what I saw today, the family seem a lot more like they're desperate to find him now. Whereas before
where did you find that? Where did you see that, Forever? Because I've not seen that.
Lucy, which boat owner? If you're talking
I think it was their last report that they're saying that they're going to stop at anything to get until they get him back.
So they've escalated from indifferent to slightly bothered.
Yeah. Exactly. This is what I mean. Like, they didn't seem very bothered before, but now they're like, "Oh, let's get him back." So,
for all the people in the comments saying that, have you heard that they're looking in indefinite place? They've not said that. They've just said that they're going to be looking for more. Basically, they're going to be, rather than paying hotels, they're going to be renting somewhere
because they want to, look for their son.
Okay, so
They're not moving out their lock, stock and barrel to be in Spain. They're
So
just,
Box-
yeah.
Sorry,
Go on,
your
second.
pauses, I thought I could step in, I apologise.
Yeah, go.
So Boxon said, so without a passport, using a passport, how far could the boat have travelled? Now, it's when you travel, say, the line of Portugal into Spain by Ayamonte, you think like there's going to be some kind of physical stop. You're going to meet a border control at sea, or they're going to stop you. There's nobody, and it's unless you're anchored somewhere, or you look like a dodgy boat, or you're reported as a dodgy boat or whatever, the La Guardia Civil aren't necessarily going to board you, and unless you go into port, which you would probably have to if you needed to get diesel or petrol or whatever. It's unlikely, unless you're anchoring, moored or whatever, that you're going to get stopped. You could go months without showing your passport. But most mariners will ask for insurance, passport, and proof of ownership of the boat.
And occupants, I think, really?
Yes, they will ask how many people are aboard. So the things that La Guardia normally ask when they board you are how many people are aboard before they get on, and then they will board you, search the vessel, and ask if there's any drugs, guns, or people that shouldn't be on there. But you can, it's very realistically, you can move from country to country without ever showing your passport. And you don't even need to step out of the 90 days for being British. You don't, they don't check visas. There's no border control.
You've only got to look at how many people come into the UK illegally.
Well, yes.
Without even being questioned,
Yeah.
But, Laura?
Yes, Scotty?
Did you get I shared a live with you. Did you get that?
Which live was it?
I can't actually remember whether it was this morning or last night.
You're welcome, Boxer.
Basically, it was a live that I stumbled across where somebody was actually walking from the bed and breakfast, and he was walking up the road, and he was actually physically walking and recording the whole process, just to show an example of the terrain and everything. I just found it quite...
I didn't
down
see
the
that.
rapids?
Oh, God, no, please, no.
No, but he did record walking the way that Jay went.
Have you noticed, though, how down the rapids and, Christopher, Tenerife, they've all gone quiet? Nothing has been
I think
posted for
everyone's
free.
gone quiet, Terry.
All of them have.
Every single person who was so on this is now gone quiet. Down the
That
rapids,
means they've been told to go quiet. They wouldn't
He's
just
back
go
in
quiet.
London.
They've been told to go quiet.
Yeah, down the rapids.
There's nothing to report.
No, it's not that there's nothing to report. They're loving the attention on TikTok. They will continue to make videos if they want to. They've been told to stop reporting.
But what I mean is, Sherry, it was only, a week ago, down the rapids is sitting there saying he's not going home until Jay's found, and that he's getting a 4-week extension on a property, and now he's in London.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you get my point?
I personally think he's dead.
Unalive.
Unalive. I think what's happened is that they are all on narcotics. Lucy is heavily involved in it. He's gone over for a holiday. They've gone to the rave. A fight's broken out. He has stolen a watch. He's then been taken back to that B&B, lured back, to which he said he was going to party there. Now, I'm not being funny. They were saying, what's the bloke's name that come out rented the B&B? Yeah. He said that they went straight to bed. I'm not being funny. If you're off your head, you're not going to go back to the B&B and get your head down. That's not how it works. You don't have a shower.
You don't necessarily know that he was off his head, though, do you?
100%. Have you not seen the video clip of him?
No. I'm saying I'm not saying Jay. Jay was clearly off his head. I'm saying
But look at what he was sent down for. So I'm pretty sure they're all in the same
Are you
situation.
doing that every day just because you were sent down for that?
But they all come from that rave.
Okay.
The Observer, providing you with the latest TikTok drama from across the UK.